welcome to another interesting segment on Home Truth Nigeria. Today, I want to run a different topic called Why Relationship Fail with Nigerian Men. I was speaking to a Nigerian guy on Sunday in the night, and he told me I was doing a very good job educating women about, things as regards Nigerian men. But he told me to be on the first side, I should talk on why relationship fail with Nigerian men from the Nigerian man's perspective. And that is why today I want to run a topic on why relationship with Nigerian men fail. Now, it is very, very common to see that there are a lot of people from different nationalities or geographical region that thrive in terms of relationship with Nigerian men. Women coming from Southeast Asia, they tend to stay more with Nigerian men. And, when a Nigerian man is married to women from other African countries, or also Nigerian men married to Western ladies who are mostly coming from Europe, North America, mostly part of Eastern Europe. With this part of the world, you have high success rate. Also, with Nigerian men married to black sisters in different part of the world. But the question still is, if you look at a lot of union, a lot of people dating Nigerian men, and you decide to like go back or go forward to see 10 or 5 years after, you see that a lot of them are not together. And you begin to wonder why. Why is it that a lot of relationships with Nigerian men doesn't work? Now, before you understand that, I need to point out one thing or two things to make you, before we go further, two things about the Nigerian men you need to know. Now, the Nigerian man knows who he is and what they want. And I want you to put this at the back of your mind anytime you're dealing with a Nigerian man. You see, when we're growing up in Nigeria, we are constantly being reminded as kids where we're coming from or who we are. You're coming from this, you're a family of this. This is these are our values. These are things we stand for. And every Nigerian is being reminded about this to know who he is, what makes him who he is, where he's coming from, and as again, he knows what he wants. Now, if you have this at the back of your mind when dealing with a Nigerian man, you would basically understand why a lot of relationship with Nigerian men fail. So let's don't go further. Let us look at the first reason why it fails. One of the first reasons why relationship with Nigerian men fail is because of bogus reasons for dating. A lot of women from the Western world go into relationship for very funny and bogus reasons. And you laugh sometimes when you are talking to these ladies and you ask them, why do you love this guy? And some will tell you funny things. I remember a lady telling me one of the reasons she loved this guy is because the guy talks her to bed. I was like, what? Yeah, he sings for me every night and I sleep. Anytime he sings for me, I sleep nice. I was like, okay, that's the reason you love him. She said, yes. Nothing else? Nothing else. And in my mind, I was like, okay, if you're looking for somebody to sleep you, sing so you sleep to bed, you can as well go live close to a karaoke bar, so somebody could sing there and sing you to bed. But the truth is, a lot of people date Nigerian men for bogus and funny reasons, or what I call selfish reasons. Reasons that are just for yourself alone. And here's the thing is, the Nigerian man you're dating understands that he knows the situation that you're dating him for this reason. And he understands that whatever reason you're dating him for could change. Listen, nothing is permanent. The Nigerian man knows it. He knows that the situation, the reason to which you're dating him could change. And if this situation changes, you would leave him. So what do you expect he will do at that point? He starts making a plan, a way out before it happens to him. And one way of doing that is he first of all would give you what you want, but at the same time, he's going to make sure he gets enough from you. And at the end of the day, if it doesn't work out, uh, everybody's fine. He goes his way knowing that he's gotten enough from you. So when you approach a Nigerian man and your reason for dating this man is bogus, it's funny, it's unreasonable. He knows, he has it at the back of his head. He knows that, okay, this doesn't make sense, but let me play along. while I plan for something serious, reasonable with my life. And that's the truth. That's the very first reason. And that reason is no interest in his culture. Now, to thrive with a Nigerian man successfully, you must make efforts to respect and appreciate his culture. His culture ranges from his food, his dressing, and other aspect of his life. Every Nigerian man, almost every Nigerian man you meet, holds something about his culture peculiar. And if you must thrive together with this man, you must show respect to his culture. If you show me any Western lady who is successful in a union marriage, whatever, with a Nigerian man, you understand that to an extent, this lady has interest in the culture of this Nigerian man. I can beat my chest to say, show me any Western lady who is thriving successfully with a Nigerian man. You see that the lady has interest in the culture of this Nigerian man. Because this is one mistake a lot of Western women make. The thing is, you feel that having the man, that is all that matters. You want him, but you don't want the culture. A lot of you even go further to say, hey, look, nobody gives a hoot about your culture. You are in the United States of America. You're not in one, this is not 1910 AD or BC, whatever. A lot of women point this out. And guess what? The Nigerian man keeps quiet. You say, okay, no problem. Uh, all I know is you can't separate me from my culture one way or the other. I would, you know, handle my cultural things personal the way I want. And with something happening like this, it is very difficult for the relationship to work because the culture of every Nigerian man plays a big role, a fundamental part in his life. And the moment you discard it, you have a problem at hand. Your relationship may not last. Another point or another reason is what I call the family hierarchy. In almost every African family, and yes, also in Nigeria, you have this hierarchical structure, and it is very important, especially for Nigerian men. And in this position of hierarchy, the man is the head of the household, whether you like it or not. If you're dating a Nigerian man, this position of headship, it's not negotiable. You don't contest it if you're dating a Nigerian man. Now, listen, there are a lot of Nigerian men who will not come and put it to your face, like to smear it on your face, like, hey, I'm the head, and all of this. No, but they will indirectly tell you, like, hey, look, don't do things without consulting me. Don't take decisions without involving me. They will try to tell you, they will make problem with it. They may not come smear it on your face, but they will do things that would make you think, like, okay, why is it that anytime I do something without him knowing, he gets angry? Oh, yeah, he's trying to point out to you, like, sis, I am the head of this family. And this is a position you don't contest with your Nigerian man. There are cases of some of you, you're dating Nigerian men and you're like ordering them around, like your boy, your maid, oh, do this, do that. And he's doing it. Like the case of Michael and Angela, 90 Day Fiance. He's doing it, and you're like, oh, you think that is the way it's gonna be. No, he is doing what he has to do to get what he wants. The moment he gets what he wants from you, he's going to revert, back to his Nigerian setting. Because no Nigerian man will stay with any lady if this position is contested with. Like I said before, a lot of Nigerian men will not come to your face to like tell you, hey, I'm the head, I'm the law and order in this house. No, a lot will not come to tell you, but they would give you signs to know that, look, you need to be consulting me. You need to be talking with me before you make decision. You don't just go out and do things. I am the man in the house. They won't tell you this word for word, but they will give you signs. They will give you clue. They will act on it so you pick it. And if you are dating a Nigerian man and you know and you think you can just do what you want, or you're married to a Nigerian man, you can just do what you want because it's your life. He's not your father. You're not my dad, and all of this. You would have a problem with that Nigerian man. Without more time, that relationship would crack. Most especially if that Nigerian man has gotten what he wants from you. But if he hasn't gotten it, he may chill a little bit till he gets it. So this, it's my life. You're my partner. You're not my father. You can't tell me what to do. No, it doesn't work with us. So this is one other reason why relationship with Nigerian men fail. So if you think that this position of headship, like the head of the family, you want to contest it, you would have a problem with a Nigerian man, and that's the truth. That's on point. That's the truth. Another reason relationship fail when you date Nigerian men is the lack of respect. Respect is so important for Nigerian men that Nigerian men move with a device, that dictates when we are being disrespected. We are born with so much ego that we need to be made. We need to make sure, basically, that our respect is intact. A Nigerian man can lose everything but not his pride, not his respect. That is the most important thing for a Nigerian man, his pride as a man. And that's why when you speak to a Nigerian man, the way he doesn't like, you start hearing things like, I'm not your mate. Stop speaking to me like that. For those of you who are married to men way younger than you, you will not hear this. But for those of you married to Nigerian men older than you hear this a lot. I'm not your mate. Don't talk to me like this. You hear things like, who do you think you are? You hear things like, am I your slave or your maid or your toy boy? Nigerian men would always react when you speak to them in a very disrespectful way. Because we have this meter, this device that beeps when we're disrespected. It beeps. We know this. And when it happens, we come to tell you, don't talk to us that way. The truth is that there are a lot of Western women who are very good using curse words. Most especially the lovely women from North America. They know how to use this, F that, and all of this. It's not something we do in our culture. In Nigeria, we are raised not to curse. They teach us from small not to curse, not to use curse words. And if you're very observant, if you date a Nigerian man and he's hungry, he rarely curses. He could nag and complain at that situation, but he will rarely curse you. He will rarely use curse words. That is not the way we were raised. But if you are this person who at any slight chance you're cussing, you're throwing tantrums, you're doing everything possible with curse words, you would have problem with the Nigerian man. You will have problem because sooner or later he's going to confront you, and it has to stop. It has to. And if you say, "Oh, you can't stop it," you can say what you want. You're an adult. You're a grown up. You're going to have problem with that Nigerian man. One, you're going to have problem with him because he would think the environment is not conducive enough to raise children. He doesn't want to raise riffraffs, children who, at the age of whatever, they start cussing with big chain on your neck. He doesn't want that. You're going to have a problem with the Nigerian man, and that's on point. And listen, guys, I advocate that everyone should be respected. The man or the woman, they both deserve respect. You need to treat everyone with respect and talk to everyone with respect. But you see, the truth is, cursing and screaming, especially when you're with a Nigerian man, it doesn't fix anything. It makes him repulse you. It gives him this mindset like you're not the one. It gives him this idea like, I can't be with this woman for long. She's gonna, I'm gonna honor life myself before my time, and that's the truth. And so, if you are someone who you scream at him anytime, you curse him, you are always reporting to people, making people know how stupid he is, and all of that. Listen, he will leave you, and there's nothing you will do. He's going to leave you. He can't be in that kind of atmosphere. A Nigerian man will not be in that kind of atmosphere, and that's the truth. Another reason is domestic chores. Most Nigerian men love women who are good with domestic chores. House chores, women who keep the house clean, cook, make sure the home is neat and tidy while he goes out to look for what he's going to bring home to the family, aka provide for his family. This is something a lot of Nigerian men enjoy. In fact, a lot of Nigerian men have and will still do so, break up with women who are not good with domestic chores. You would see a Nigerian man talking to a lady, and the first thing he notices, he looks at the fingernails of the lady. The nails are so long. The next thing he would be thinking in his head, with his fingernails, how would she cook, cut things in the kitchen? wash clothes or whatever. It's gonna some Nigerian men do this, they look at your fingernails and they start questioning themselves. How is she gonna do things? In fact, a lot of Nigerian men would invite you when they are dating you to come to their house and they just keep quiet and observe you. See if you come, if you're gonna tidy things. Yes, a lot of them do so. Now, it doesn't mean that okay, these guys they cannot like clean after themselves or tidy themselves. They can do that, but they want to understand that look, if my duty as the man is to go out and provide for the family, can you make where we stay a home that is conducive? So when I come back, I can relax and enjoy my family. That is his thought process. That's what he's basically thinking. Another thing is he wants to come home and see to it that oh my wife is cooking or my wife has made food, or at most you both cook together. A lot of Nigerian men are okay if you guys decide to cook together. If you both work full time and you say hey babe weekend we cook together, you go for grocery, you come back, you cook. A lot of Nigerian men want to do that. But if you are this kind of woman who say oh cooking is not my thing, I don't like cooking, that's not a problem. There are a lot of Nigerian men who would like, okay, they will still love you for that. But I mean, we gotta eat. I can't be cooking for you all the time, so you also have to cook. So what happens? You have to try to like learn. You know, a lot of Nigerian men would like, okay, let's make you improve cooking. But if you're this kind of woman who say, no, I'm not good at cooking. It's a genetic problem. I'm allergic to the kitchen. I get sick when I touch the pot and the spoon. In fact, I have kitchen phobia, or my hands are so short like the dinosaur. I can't grab things, and because of this, I don't go into the kitchen. Then you would have problem with most Nigerian men. A lot of Nigerian men want to come home and after the stress of the day, they want to get served warm meal by their wives, by their partner. They want to get served warm meal. They want to sit down close to their partner and eat. These are things Nigerian men they love. They really, really love to do. Now, guys, I know a lot of you watching this video will feel like you feel upset. They're like, nah, this is not for me. I know a lot of you will say, this is 2024. Come of it. We're not in 1930. I get this, and these are your ideologies. I respect it. There are some women who are totally against it, against this. I totally respect that. That's your ideology. But it's also important that if you are against this, you should also stop trying to go into a relationship with a Nigerian man because you would have problem. That's the truth. If you are totally against it, it is fine, but don't do anything with a Nigerian man. You would have problem. The truth is, a lot of people want to date Nigerian men, but they're not ready to accept, the culture and his way of life. But they want him to accept theirs because of you're from a first world country, as they say. But even if you are enjoying that phase in your relationship because he's not saying anything, it doesn't take away the fact that he's Nigerian. Because when things get serious, you will see a different person. I always say to you guys, the person you date is different from the person you're going to get married to. The moment you get married to him, he wants to set things the way he thinks is best for the family to run. He's going to go back to factory setting. And if for whatever reason you feel like, yeah, this is not for me and all of this, listen, it is not a problem. Just avoid Nigerian men. When they come to you, run. I know a lady who say, "Oh, I don't want to do anything with Nigerian men. They would want me to cook. They want me to have children, and I can't do that." And that's the truth. She knows what Nigerian men would demand from her. So to avoid heartbreak, she's already telling herself, "No, I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to do that." Because the truth of the matter is, the Nigerian man would always stand by his standards. No matter how sweet they are in the dating phase, the moment they get married, you will see standards. A lot of them even start showing you the standards when they start dating you. Because in due time, when things get serious and they sit gidigba, you will see that Nigerian man inside of him and you'll be asking yourself, I didn't see this part when we were dating. Oh, yeah, you didn't. But that's the truth. So, guys, as always, if you got questions, you can write me on home36 at gmail.com. Please like, share, subscribe. Home Truth Nigeria. Peace out.